Greetings from the Tour de France. This is James Start with Bicycling.com on Stage 10. Well, Stage 10 is the first of two stages where the tour organizers have decided to eliminate the radios between riders and the team directors. It's been met with a lot of resistance, especially from the directors. And they are even threatening a bit of a protest today on the stage, trying to maybe neutralize it, things like that. The tour has kept up its position and said if anybody tries to use a race radio, it'll be first fined and then kicked out of the race. So the event is happening. How that affects the race, we're not quite sure. But the riders and directors are of varying thoughts. Most of the riders, many of the riders I talked to, didn't really care too much one way or another. The directors, however, felt that primarily for safety reasons, it was a ridiculous sort of idea, a ridiculous kind of blast to the past, if you will. We talked to riders and directors this morning before the start in Limoges, and here's what some of them said. David, what do you think about the idea to have two stages without earphones and radios?
I don't see what the big deal is, to be honest. I mean, I think everyone's making a big drama out of it. There's a lot of the times our radios don't work anyway, so it's like, I don't know. I think the directors are more concerned than the riders.
Why do you think that is? I mean, most of these directors raced without radios in their days. Why do all of a sudden you think they're afraid to race without a radio?
I don't know. Whitey's pretty chilled about it, but I think some of them are kind of probably just might get a bit bored in the car or something. I don't know.
Lose some power on the team, something like that. Do you think it's going to be an exciting race without the radios? Think it's going to change the race today?
Not today, because I think everyone's just going to shut it down. It seems to be some sort of, I don't know what's going on really. Sort of seems a bit of a kerfuffle for nothing.
Good day to attack.
Well, yeah, no, I don't know. I'd probably get beaten up. We'll see.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Tour, what's your opinion on the race without us?
It doesn't change anything.
You don't think it's going to make it more dangerous, or?
I think the cars with the spectators might be more dangerous, but and it's nice to receive warnings about dangerous sections of the road. But at the same time, like some riders have the opinion that, okay, everyone gets told there's a dangerous section of roads, everyone's in a rush to get there, which sometimes can make it more dangerous. But for me, it doesn't change anything.
Why do you think there's been such an uproar about it right at the last minute?
Because it's human nature that people whinge and complain.
Thanks. Bjorn Rees, you've been one of the leading opponents of the radio-free stage. Why are you so against having no radios for a stage in the Tour?
Well, I think I've said that many times now. You know, I mean, first of all, security, the risk of having our leaders drop out, have problems, you know, and not being able to communicate. I would say most of all, security in the race.
You were a racer without radios. Is it that much different to not have radios?
I think the race is different today because it's more risky. It's the roads are different, you know, a lot more roundabouts and bumps, speed bumps and stuff like that, you know, and it's more nervous, a lot more press.
A lot more
press, a lot more photographers in the race with some motorbikes, too many motorbikes, you know. It's very different, and today there's a lot more money in it. Our sponsors pays a lot money to be able to have our leaders on the podium or being up there. And if anything happens, you know, just a day like today, it will be a catastrophe.
Catastrophe. How have radios most transformed the racing?
To be honest, I don't think it transformed. You know, okay, sometimes it controls the race a little bit more, but it's a part of it today, and I don't think we can run away from that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Pretty relaxed, actually.
Did you change anything in your opinion? All the best.
Not particularly. I mean, you know, we're all doing a professional job, and if you really need to get information, you can from the directors. But I think it was more of a novelty than anything else, and I don't know. People were interpreting it differently, as you can imagine. So it it was interesting, and I just can't see them sticking with it anyway, just from a purely logistical point of view. It's like putting a set of motorbike tyres on a Formula One car. It just wouldn't go around the track properly. So.
Do you think the second non-radio day will be a little different, or
potentially? Just depends on depends on how they approach it. Today was just one day. You can't really form an opinion or set of judgments about that according to one day. We'll see.